A chameleon. He looks like he needs a coffee. Hello everyone, it's Maran Bembley here with a new video for you. This is what we did last time. This side view right here, we used a few markers for that one. Have some more markers over there. We have some coffee right there. Essential stuff for your creativity. Don't forget your coffee. We have some markers. Some more markers. And some more markers. And my assistant is right there. Look at her tail when I mention her name. Greta! Look at that tail going. She's ready to help me out with this video. Alright, let's attach the phone to my whatever this is called, like arm that's hanging in front of my face. Try to get it right. I think that's fine. So as the last video, I'm not really going to sketch anything in particular. I'm just going to sketch and sketch some cars and see what happens when we do that. So this is the side view that I did yesterday, or I think it was yesterday. Anyway, last video. And side views are always fun. They're kind of easy to do because you don't have to really think about perspective. But let's see if we can sketch something that that's more in perspective than this little sketch right here. Let me just put on some music first. That'll do. Put it on shuffle so I don't have to make any decisions of song myself. Alright, we are all set. Let's make a sketch in like rear view, side rear view. Let's start just like we did. I can make it. See how I want that line to go. Right now I'm trying to figure out the basic geometries of the sketch. And we have the greenhouse has to start around here somewhere. Let's make it low. I want a low. Greta, why do you have to start fighting like that? No, no, no. Hey, she's tearing my marker case apart. There, go back to sleep, Greta. I don't need you right now. I'll let you know later. We have some basic proportions. I don't feel comfortable with the coffee being right there because that's where I like might hit it. Let's just add some features to this to make it interesting. This makes like air intake right here or something like that. Connect the baseline. I can make, see how we want this rear to be sculpted, how we want to sculpt the rear. Works. We have a little spoiler integrated there. Could work. And then let's just cut it like that. Let's cut it off like that. And the bumper is going to be, I guess, right here. Just adjust as you go. So when you see something is not working out, you can always adjust. Let's see the graphics for the rear. Possibly. Can possibly work with this. Let's leave it like that for now. Let's make the door just so we get a sense of how the side of this car is shaped. I want to have a line that goes right here. The thing is, don't try to take sketching too seriously or serious. don't try to take it too seriously, because it's easier to learn new things when you're having fun doing it. So if you feel like you're making mistakes and stuff like that, then you're doing the right thing. As long as you keep making mistakes. I'm not happy with this rear here, but I'm gonna keep it like that now. And continue with the rest of this car. Let's chop it off right there in the front. Let's see if we can work on the window graphics. Let's make some cool graphic feature right here. And now, the fun part. We have to work on the wheels. It's the thing that takes the most time, at least for me, to do the wheels, which is why I like to make them super basic. I'm gonna make it so easy for myself. So I'm gonna make them as if they are in movement, spinning. That way I don't have to sketch all the individual what's it called, spokes. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, the perspective is a bit off. trying to make this into a ducktail, maybe. Or it might just have ruined the sketch. We shall see. Let's add some markers to this. In a second. I want to add like depth here, so the door sits kind of inside of the body of the car. That makes sense. I think we're ready for markers from here. Let's do the same color since I already have them here. Very convenient. I'm gonna use some oranges, starting with the lightest as usual. Dirty, keep it very dirty. Don't think too much about hitting everything perfect or nothing like that. Just put the marker down and try to fix it. If you make a mistake, you can always try and fix it later. But I'm gonna keep a white line going right here, just to make a shoulder line, make the shoulder line distinct. Okay, moving to the next one. I think that is this one. Yes. I've had these markers since 2008, and I can tell that they are, at least this one is almost completely dry. But I guess it's gonna give me some cool effects to this sketch. If I want to find something positive out of the fact that this is really dry. All right. Let's add the final one, which is almost red, just to give this depth in the reflections. If you have any questions on this, feel free to ask in the comments, and I can see if maybe I can answer them, who knows. Don't get your hopes up, but you can always ask. I think we have to go back to the yellow one and add some more on this. Just take away more of the highlight up here because it's too white. I think that works better. Let's sketch the interior, or part of the interior. So we're gonna think of this as if we're looking inside the car through the window. So we have the roof in here, and then we have, I think that's it, because I'm not sure we have an A-pillar. Let's just add some random lines here, I guess. What else? Blue. Blue, blue, blue. Just going over with some blue at the shoreline and on the surfaces that I know are facing upwards towards the sky. Just add some blue tones to those areas. Nothing too complicated. And now black. So let's just doing the same thing that I did on this sketch up here, filling in the baseline and filling in the wheels. And since we're looking at this car from a bit of a rear view, that means that we're going to see more of the tire on this side than we're going to see it here. There we go. Okay, where do we go from here? What would you do next? Let's see. I don't like the rear, so I'm gonna try and fix that with my beak pin. Try to see if we can work on this, on these lights, make them more dynamic, something like this. Classic. I always end up making my rear lights looking like this. I don't know, I just like this shape of lights, I guess. That's better, much better. Since some of the lines have been messed up by the marker, I'm going back now to fill those lines in. Just to get some definition to the lines. This rear wing here, that's totally up to the up to you to figure out how the rear is actually shaped on this car, because it's all a mess around here. But as I said earlier, it's fine. I'm having fun, so that's all that matters. There we go, add some line thickness, makes a big difference as well. Good thing to think about when you're sketching is to play around with the line weight a lot. And think about the viewpoint where your viewpoint to the product, and that should help you in figuring out where to put thicker lines and where to keep them lighter and so on. Let's make some exhausts. we go. Of course, the wheels. We have to do something about those. I'm thinking. I'm just gonna do blue. I don't know. Let's see. Add some stuff on the wheels. Let's just see how it turns out. Can go even darker than that. So let's see if we have another blue-gray. Blue-gray 5. Isn't that just perfect? There we go. Add some movement in here. By movement, I mean random lines. Yes. Look at that. Does it look like it's moving right now? Maybe not, but it will when I go into this blue-gray 7. Add a few lines in the front as well. And that's how you make wheels in 5 seconds or less. But I'm not done with them yet. Just for now, I'm gonna be finished with them for the moment, momentarily. One way of sketching, just put some lines down and see what happens. Oh yeah, we wanted some air intake here. Didn't I say that? So let's figure that out. I think I'm just gonna use the big pen to fill this in. Does that work? Sure. Let's say it works. Back to blue. Why back to blue? Because I don't think there is enough blue in here. Let's make some graphic elements in the lights. There, I think we fixed the light situation at the rear at least. Let's see, we need to do something about this area. The diffuser. Let's just add a add something cool here. Good thing I don't have engineers around me at the moment, because they don't like the phrase "let's add something cool." Then they go crazy, because that means that just adding something for the sake of it looking cool, and then they need to figure out how to manufacture it, and that's usually the end of the conversation. But since this is not even getting 3D models, we can do whatever we want. Found this pen the other day. Papermate. Cool pen. I like it. No idea where it came from, but does it matter? What do we want to do with this white area here? I think we're just gonna make it easy for ourselves and smear it in whatever this is, blue-gray, just so it looks that at least we made an effort to think about that area. Let's add some more blue to this. Alright. Highlights, I guess. Highlights would be the next step. Using my Posca pen, starting from the left to right, so I don't smear out with my hand as I move further back. And this is important if you want to make your wheels look like they're turning. You can add some of this white ink in here. Something like this. And some highlights on the edge here. Let's make it go all the way down. Make a nice contrast on the orange. Let's see if we can make some burn points in the car itself, in the body of the car. Might work. Just random reflections like that. You can go crazy with the reflections if you want to. You can just keep going with this pen. The white ink, I think this is going dry, or the white is not really popping anymore. I think I need a new one. Definitely need a new one. Might even get some gouache and use a fine brush to just dip it in the gouache and add highlights like that. Might try that out. See, it's not even coming out anymore. Well, at least I need something on the rim here. So let's hope that we get a few more drops out of this pen before it decides to quit. Just adding some detail highlights here that don't really mean anything, but they just add some value or some contrast to the sketch. Just add a burn point right here. Alright, all of a sudden it came to life, this pen. Maybe it was just dried out or something. I think we are done with this sketch. I think so. We messed up the rear. I hope you do a better rear than this if you're following along in this video. But let's see if we can try to fix it somehow. The big pen is always awesome when it comes to try to fix stuff. I just want kind of a, you know, the M3 CSL E46. If you know what car I'm talking about, you know they have a little tiny spoiler integrated in the car, on the deck, or whatever it's called, on the trunk. So no Fast and the Furious stuff, but just a subtle little wing on the rear. Filling in the wheels just to define the shape, get it as round as possible, even though it's in perspective, which means it's going to be a bit of an ellipse. Please don't forget to share these videos if you like them. And let's get people sketching. I would appreciate that a lot. Final touches. Let's add a burn point right in the middle of the car here. Bam. There we go. Alright guys, I hope you had as much fun with this video as I had. And if you follow along, you can always tag me in the Sketch Monkey Community Facebook group. You can post your sketches there. And tag me if you want to. If you're following along in this video, or if you just sketch products in general, you can post them there for feedback and critiques and all of that good stuff. And let's sign it. There we go. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.